Hello, North Crawford families. This is Brandon Munson, Superintendent with the North Crawford School District, bringing you my weekly video message. This week is all about wrapping up our current school year and looking and planning ahead to the 2020-21 school year. So first, I'd like to just say thank you to all of you for hanging in there with us over the last couple of months as all of us ventured into this uncharted waters that we've all been in over the last several weeks here. And I know it wasn't easy for anybody, and there were many challenges and difficulties, but I do appreciate everyone's patience in making the best out of a really difficult situation. I'm really proud of our students and our parents and our staff for their resiliency and in sticking to what we needed to do to get to the point we're at right now. So these are technically and officially the last couple of days of school this week, today and tomorrow, and then we will be wrapping up the school year. So just looking ahead through the summer here, a couple of summer activities that I do want to make some announcements about. First one is summer rec. We are not going to have an official summer rec season this summer for summer baseball and softball. However, my hope is at the beginning of July, maybe we can bring a few kids together at one of our village parks, do some baseball skills practice type of situations, and get a few weeks in of having those type of situations with kids being together working on some skills with summer rec. So stay tuned for more information regarding that. Also, we've had a few people asking about our shed, the fitness center out at school. That is still currently closed and will be closed through the month of June. Our hope really is to be able to open that up in July. We're still going to have to wait to see some guidance from the state as far as reopening and see what that's going to look like. But again, for those of you that have memberships or those that might be interested in purchasing memberships for the Shed Fitness Center out at school, stay tuned for more information. We'll have additional details over the next couple weeks as we get closer to that July potential reopening of our fitness shed. Graduation, as all of you probably know by now, we are going to try to hold some sort of a graduation ceremony on August 1st. Again, time's going to tell a little bit whether that's going to be virtual or some sort of an in-person ceremony. Again, we're just going to have to see what recommendations and limitations are still in place come the beginning of August. So again, time will tell on that. Our hope and our goal really is to be able to at least bring our students together, potentially some of our immediate family members and staff members together for some sort of an in-person ceremony. But we just have to really, time's going to tell on that. We'll have to see what we're able to work with at that point in time. So again, stay tuned. More information to come over the next several weeks on that. Finally, summer school. What we're going to look at doing for summer school this year is we're going to do it the last week of July and the first week of August. And again, what that's going to look like is it may be all virtual. It may be some in-student summer school, some of it being virtual. Again, we're currently working on a plan for what things will look like at school as far as safety measures go. And a lot of that will make that decision as to what summer school looks like. We do have a survey that we're putting together that we are planning on sending out to all parents at the end of this week. We would appreciate your honest and open feedback on that survey. That's going to help us look back on what we've done up to this point. But more importantly, it's going to give us some really great feedback, hopefully, to help us with our future planning here. As you know, or probably have figured out, opening school next fall is not going to look like what it was. And we're pretty sure of that. What it's going to look like, that's yet to be determined. But you have an opportunity to give us some direct feedback on that to help us out with that planning process so we can make sure that we get our kids back to school, but we do so in a safe environment for everybody. So please look for that survey coming through near the end of this week, and we would appreciate your feedback and getting back to us with that important information as much as possible. Last thing I'd like to talk about is just really briefly next school year. I know a lot of you are wondering what school is going to look like. Is it going to be open? Are we going to be back in school? And really the short answer to that is it's still a little early for us to tell that. There are a lot of dynamics in this, and as you know, these are always quickly changing situations when it involves COVID. Our goal, what I can tell you as a school district, is to have our doors open back up to students next year to be at school with us physically in the building. There will be some restrictions put into place. Again, we're working with a group of staff members right now. We have a committee developed that we're basically working on a plan for reopening the school next school year. That will be vetted through our staff, used feedback from parents to develop that, and will essentially go through our school board for final approval. Our goal is to have that plan out by the very beginning of July and communicate that to all of our parents and families so you can start making arrangements as soon as possible this summer. So again, a lot of things that have to go into that for us to get to that point, but we'll be working hard over the next few weeks to hopefully put a plan out again that will enable all of our students to be back in the building in one way or another, but to be able to do so safely. So again, stay tuned, watch for continued updates. This will be my last regular weekly update to everybody. I may be back on again at some point in June here to update people on the progress we're making with our reopening plan. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of our staff members, our administrators, or myself. I'd be happy to help you. Again, thank you all for your continued cooperation, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you.